everyone, welcome to my review of SideShow Collectibles Darth Maul, Sith Lord, the 1:6 scale figure. First I'll show you the outside box. So here we have the front, and then the kind of more ghostly figure they showed in the hologram in the movie. Not for children for 3 years old because it has choking small parts. So frankly, I can't imagine anybody would buy this for their 3-year-old. Of course, people are kind of strange about that. It was released in 2006, I believe. Oh, collector's model, not suitable for children under 14. Okay. So, that's the bottom. And, here's the side. Him showing his kind of like force hand, you know. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Of course, that wasn't his line, but... Okay, and then on the back, we have something a little more interesting. It shows the doll, but it shows scenes from the movie. Him, with the Neomodians on, Naboo, him searching on Tatooine, him fighting Liam Neeson, Qui-Gon Jinn. Another one later where he's fighting Qui-Gon Jinn. That expression on his face, I think, when he gets cut in half. And then they show some of the other dolls you can get. Master Plo Koon, Mace Windu, and Qui-Gon Jinn. And here's another side version of the doll. Okay, and then this part opens somehow. Okay, part of it opens up somehow. How does this open up? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, so you're not going to be able to get a good view of him in the package. My mom gave me permission to open him up so that I could do a review. This is the stuff. There's so many versions of this. There's the inclusive and the exclusive, and I think they put out several models. So, anyway, I think this was the very basic one. Okay, so here on the side, Lords of the Sith. Sometime in the distant past, a group of power-craving Jedi abandoned the tenets of the Order and became the Sith, a fallen regime of Force wielders who called upon the dark side of the Force in a bid to dominate and control the galaxy. Those that could not be subjugated were destroyed. The Sith abused the very essence of life, the Force itself, bending it to their will and employing its power to corrupt and kill. These dark warriors were our antithesis of the Jedi, their sworn enemies, and the battle between them brought the galaxy to war more than once. Long thought extinct by the Jedi, the Sith survived the last great conflict and went into hiding, biding their time as careful plans were laid for their eventual triumphant return. Only in this tradition the Sith endured undetected, passing their accumulated power and knowledge down through the centuries. After 1,000 years, the diabolical genius Darth Sidious became the Dark Lord to achieve their ultimate goal. Through intricate planning and dazzling adaptability, the Sith Master rose to the office of Supreme Chancellor of the Republic, engineered a war, and undermined the Jedi until he could, in one swift, masterful stroke, destroy the Jedi Order and enslave the galaxy beneath his banner as Emperor. In the Dark Lord's plan, he had many willing servants and aides. A natural complement to his own genius, the vividly tattooed Darth Maul was a living weapon and served his master unquestioningly until his surprise defeat on Naboo. Darth Tyrannus, once the noble Jedi Count Dooku, was a stately aristocrat who grew dissatisfied with what he saw as a corrupt Senate served blindly by the Jedi. Lured to the dark side through pride and lust for power, Dooku became Sidious's pawn and the leader of the manipulated Separatists. The greatest and the most tragic of the Emperor's servants, however, was Anakin Skywalker, who by the arts of Sidious turned against his friends and family to become the very thing he had spent his life fighting. Overwhelmed by fear of loss, the bitterness of betrayal, and hunger for power, Anakin became Darth Vader, hunter of the Jedi and the destroyer of the Order. His black-masked visage became the symbol of imperial might as he led his master's legions across the galaxy, imposing Sith rule by a gloved fist and glowing lightsaber wherever he went. Okay, but we're going to talk about Darth Maul, who was in the Phantom Menace. Initially, he didn't really have too much of a, we didn't know too much about him, and I started liking him a little better after I read a few novels about him. I think a lot of people that liked Darth Maul actually liked the guy that played him. I think, Ray Parker. And then, of course, but then they started developing a bit. The Star Wars, the Clone Wars cartoon brought Darth Maul back. Of course, I don't know if I quite liked what they did with him, but I don't know. He's become kind of a tragic figure, In a lot of ways, maybe more tragic than even Anakin Skywalker. Okay, so Darth Maul, Sith Lord. Darth Sidious is an unparalleled mastermind. By subtle arts and quiet maneuvering, the Sith Lord has engineered a crisis of confidence between the Republic's governing body, the Galactic Senate, and the galaxy's corporate giants. Spurred to rash action by their secret benefactor, Trade Federation Viceroy Newt Gunray and his Neomodian associates have blockaded the peaceful world of Naboo in order to force a resolution to the taxation issue that threatens their continued profitability. Emboldened by their alliance with the secretive Sith Lord, the Neomodians are unaware that they are pawns in the opening move of a much larger game being played by the hooded villain. But when the skittish aliens begin to lose their nerve and fumble the operation, Darth Sidious unleashes another of his hidden weapons, one far more dangerous and efficient, one that will not fail him. Trained in secret as a merciless killing machine, the diabolical Darth Maul is the perfect counterpart to his lord's subtlety. Where Darth Sidious is shadowy and elusive, his scarlet and pitch-tattooed apprentice is a vivid manifestation of Sith rage. Sharpened horns curve scythe-like from the skin of his shaved head, and the fiery red thrumming of his double-bladed lightsaber is matched only by the blazing intensity of his venomous stare. Armed with a deadly array of weapons and the sophisticated tracking equipment, the Sith hunter is dispatched by Lord Sidious to track down Naboo's errant Queen Amidala and force her to submit to the Federation's demands. That two Jedi will stand in the killer's way only spurs Maul's eagerness and fuels his determination. With death and fire, the Sith will at last reveal themselves to the Jedi. Accessories include detailed belt with lightsaber clip, lightsaber with dual ignited blades, lightsaber with single ignited blade, lightsaber hilt, electro binoculars, multiple interchangeable hands, including gloved lightsaber grip left, gloved lightsaber grip right, gloved force gesture right, gloved left with droid controller bracelet detail. Okay, so I'm going to open it up so you guys can get a better look of him.